Hello, this is Shanker, and today I'm going to make a video. All my videos are random, random in the sense that I do not prepare, but I do tell you the tips in astrology or the research which I've done in astrology or the experience which I have in astrology. I mean, astrology as such, as we see in various media, is like, people keep on telling about remedies. There is a quotient of fear which is put into you, and it's also a way of then counseling, creating fear, counseling, so on and so forth. But that's not so. Astrology is a science. There are books in Farsi which I have read, which I've recently read, and I'm trying to get a translator who can do some translation of some Farsi books. It is a very deep science which has got a relationship with quantum physics, if you've done physics. But yes, there is nothing which can change your destiny. Just understand this. Destiny is a certain part of it is your energy. The energy travels, a person leaves the body, the energy travels, and energy travels with some amount of, some amount of impressions. Those impressions, then you're born with a womb which can carry that particular energy inside that particular womb. It has to be related because it's a matrix. It's a very complicated matrix. Perhaps I wish I could understand it. And then you're again born in a particular place. You're born with a certain set of things. You're born with certain thinking. You're born with certain ideas, and then you start working and you start acting in those issues. And then everything else, a lot of things in the world is have been made by people. So you have to decode them in terms of how they impact you. And everything is there. This whole system, the constellation is inside you also. As outside, so is inside. So it's a play of energy which is there. And this play of energy is complicated. There is a fixed formula which is there, which has been made by the cosmos. There is a time period for the cosmos also. As we have a time period, everything else has a time period. And without doing much into giving gyan on this particular thing, only thing I want to say is that astrology is a science. One should research on it. It's an ongoing process. It's been made into a business very sadly, but yes, it tells you trends. It gives you an idea of how the things would be for yourself. And of course, you cannot do predictions, I'm sure, for people or any client with whom you get, or anybody whom you get close to. You can't do that. It's just not possible. I mean, I can't do my astrology. I can't do a person who comes to me 20 times and tells his problem, because it's not 2 plus 2 4. There are about 100 vectors which come, and then you have to come out with a certain, that okay, this would happen and this could happen. And there is an element of intuition which is there. We call it intuition. You call it, you're born with that. It's a kind of a sense which you're born with, and that is also your karma, which gives you that sense. And it is those people who sometimes give the right predictions, they use their intuition, and then they lose it also, because everything has a period to it. I mean, there is nothing. Everything has a label to it, has a time period, has an expiry period. So that also expires. So let's understand, it's a complicated science. So I mean, do not get into people who exploit you. That is my this thing. So today I was talking about astrology, and I'll start on a very small subject, that as soon as you're born, a person when is born, the first thing is uski, it is closed. मुट्ठी बंद रहती है, जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, मुट्ठी बंद रहती है. And this mutti is your destiny. It holds your destiny inside. It takes a little effort for somebody to open your hands. And when you open your hands, there are lines in your hands. There are fingers. And the way it opens, how it unfolds. And that carries, you're born with some amount of, that prarabdha you're born with, and a lot of it is work. I would say everybody is born with 40% of the karmas. I mean, what impressions which it carries, and they're very important in relationships. They play a very important role in relationships, in life things. In non-life things like earning money, increasing the amount of money, it is your nature and the impressions which you carry of your last karmas, the nature, the way you react to things, makes you to earn money, to react in person, that makes you wealthy, etc. So that is how it works and plays. So when you open the hands, that is the destiny which is told, and this is in astrology, if you look at it, if we divide the horoscope into 12 signs, 1 to 12, 360 degrees, I'm not going into the mathematics of astrology, that would be a different subject altogether, but there are 12 houses. The first, fourth, seventh and 10th house are on your palm, on this side of the palm, this the not the fingers, the lower part of it have the first, fourth, seventh and 10th house. They're the quadrants. They're the important houses. They're not to be the Kendra houses which are there. And then the fingers which carry your, sun finger is the 5th house. The Saturn finger is your 8th house. This finger is your 11th house. People having very long little finger. I have a very small little finger. People who are having a very long little finger are very good business people. They know how to take decisions. They know how to make money. So anybody who has a very smooth and a very long finger, be sure. I mean, he's good at taking decisions. He's a businessman. He can deal with finance. I can't, because it's my. If you look at my finger, it just touches the bottom. It's just like 50%, and in fact, it's below that. So I'm not a very good person in money matters. So it's the acumen to do business. A lot of it depends on this finger. If it is crooked, you'll have a little crooked intelligence. How it is bent. So I mean, that is palmistry, but it is related to astrology. So this house governs, this particular finger governs the 11th house, and your Jupiter finger, which is governs the 2nd house. The Sun finger, this one governs the 5th house, and the Saturn finger governs the 8th house, and the other houses are also within the palm, which of course I cannot explain it to you. Are they in the palm? And the thumb is important, and the lines which are there by which you're born, they are what is your karma. They actually reflect from your brain to the hand. They are the time in the 9 months you are born. Not the main lines, but the large number of lines which are there, the small lines which are there, the web of lines which are there on your hand. That is your, actually they tell you destiny. So reading, I mean, palmistry is too complicated a science. People just say headline, heartline, and they talk about it, but that is child's play. So that is the आपका जो भाग्य है, ये छोटी लाइन है, these very small web lines which are there, and they change till the age of 12, 13 in every hand, depending on how your brain works, how is your outer element, and that is why also in astrology you say look at the horoscope after 12 years. A child's horoscope should be seen after 11, 12 years, because that is when the planets start giving the results, and till that time the parents play a very important role. It is the role of parents which is very important, because you are born in that particular place, and the parents are your guru. The first guru, the father is told the first guru. The first Ma Guru is your mother. So they are the gurus, they are the people who will bring you up. So till 12 years, their horoscopes and their relationship with your horoscope plays a very important role. So that is how you have to see. ये जो आपकी रेखाएं हैं छोटी-छोटी, they actually that is the samudrik. They are known as the samudrik sudha. They are like the oceans of the rays, and that is how from this hand carries your destiny, and from this we unfold this on that particular time you're born at. Actually, the time which one should take is not when the person cries, but as soon as it cries and it opens its hands. Somebody opens his hand. That is the time. But anyway, we can't go into those details. So timings are always a few minutes here and there, 3-4 minutes. You have to always correct them to get the right time of a particular person. So that is how you have to see astrology in the right perspective. It is a very deep science. A lot of it has been destroyed. There is a lot of books in Farsi, then suddenly there are books in Hindi, then they've been destroyed, then people have made astrology in their own names. Somebody have simplified astrology very easy with 5 numbers. You see, it's not like that. It is a science which is a very, very complicated science. It is also based on law of large numbers, like any other science. It is based on analytics also, by which you come, because things are changing. So planets also signify a lot of things. So in the next video, I will talk a little about the 12 houses and about the planets. So it's already 9 minutes. So I end this video. I hope you liked it. Part 2, the second video, I will talk about the planets and the houses and the way you should say it. So I'm trying to make these videos so that one learns astrology in the right way. Thank you. And this is Shankar signing out. Bye for now. Thank you very much for listening to me or through me. Thanks. Thank you.